been touched by somebody, touched by somebody. I know it's criminal how I keep chasing you, but I need somebody.
Hey! In 2002, The Weeknd released a revolutionary album that the mainstream audience didn't know they needed, Dawn FM. Compared to his other albums, what made this one different is the fact that it was dedicated to that 80s synth and funk sound, but also it had this warmth and aggression to it, which made it different than anything else that was on the radio at that time, especially on the mainstream side of things. Now, of course, there's other videos on YouTube showing you how to make Weeknd type beats, but they're more focused on the dark synth and the disco pop sound. But today, it's all about the funk. In this video, we're making a beat like it's The Weeknd, Dawn FM style. Let's go! So here we are in the DAW. I'm using Studio One today. We're gonna do more of the smooth funk, more along the lines of Out of Time, I Heard You're Married Girl, records like that. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna get the drums going. Just tap that tempo right in there. I think I'm gonna go ahead, let's go up to 90. And then let's get some hi-hats. I want a little hi-hat loop. So I'm actually gonna use my own pack today. I have a pack on Splice. It's called Post Disco Boogie. So if you're a producer and you have Splice, be sure to check that out. And let's see what we got. I want more of a faster. I like that. Let's bring this up to 92. A little faster. Yeah. Nice. For the snare, I really want this modern but yet vintage, crispy, punchy snare. On Splice, Oliver has some really good snares that I like, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of those. Love that snare. So I'm just going to lay that down with our hi-hat. I found this kick that's really nice and warm. I'm really digging that. So let's lay that down. So what I like to do is start with a really simple pattern and then add adjustments as I go, just to vary it up a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting. Right here, I want to add a little 30-second note, little kick trill. Check this out. Yeah. Just duplicate this. Bam. And then for the ending, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Then right there, I'm thinking an open hi-hat, something like that. Let's add that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Let me get that. Line that up right there. Let's get it. All right, now I need a little tom feel for that part right there, just to bring it back in. Boom, bop, boom, boom, bop, boom. Hey, give me a little crash, baby. Bring that crash down. Let's get a little shaker. Let's cut it up. Let's cut it up, baby. I like that shaker right there. Boom, boom, boom. Let's add one more little hit. See, a lot of this is like experimentation. Just kind of like go with it and then just see what feels good. You know, try different things. And sometimes you come up with little cuts and little chops that you never even thought of. Let me try something here. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, now let's add some percussion. I want to add a couple little TR-808 perks. And I think that'll sound really nice with this. Add this little clav in there. Now it's time for a bass line. We're gonna use one synthesizer, and that's the Oberheim OB6. And the reason for that is our friends over at Elio sent me their brand new preset pack for the OB6. If you're a producer and you don't know who Elio is, I'm sure you've heard of Spectrasonic's Omnisphere. Well, they are the United States distributor for all of Spectrasonic's products, and they came out with the new preset pack for the OB6 by way of a legendary musician and producer named Jason Miles. Jason Miles has worked with some amazing artists from Michael Jackson, Chaka Khan, Luther Vandross, and they were kind enough enough to send me a copy of their preset pack for the OB6. Everything that you're gonna hear, all the synth sounds are gonna be on the OB6 and from that preset pack. So if you have an OB6 or if you're in the market to get one, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. I do get a kickback at no cost to you, so it's a really good way to support the channel. But once you hear these sounds, I mean, you're gonna want it anyway. So let's do this. So I got that Jason Miles preset pack loaded in, and I found this bass sound that I really love. Okay, so now I start laying in some fills right there. Okay, cool. Let's lay that in. So right when it loops. I like that. Let's lay a little kick right there too. Right there. Let's get some keys in there. Let's do it. There's this really nice brass sound that I love here. So we're gonna go ahead and lay that down on the track.
It's been a long time, babe, since I seen you lately.
Hey! Woo! I really love that. So now what I want to do is I want something under that brass that just kind of holds the notes out, holds that chord out, just as an option, either just as a layer or maybe I can bring it in halfway through the verse. Let's see, but I think it needs something to kind of carry it all the way through. So let's find a pad for that. I like that, and then we're gonna cut it off at the break. Bam, bam. Yeah. Now we need a lead sound. This is great, but we need something to kind of set this apart. So a lead sound or something just kind of give this character or give it its own recognizable sound. So let's do that. I found this beautiful soft lead that I want to use. Jason Miles. I like that. Hey. 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 Damn. I'm putting this on my next album. Now that we got a basic idea, now let's go ahead and lay down some guitars just to give it that little funk vibe. We're going to keep it super simple. I'm not a guitar player anyway, but to keep things modern, we're just going to keep it really simple. When you start getting really fancy and really extravagant with guitars, it starts to sound really vintage. You might want that, but it just depends on the record. But this, we're going to keep it nice and simple with a nice little feel. Let's do it. Yeah, baby. Alright guys, so now that we have our guitar laid down, let's see if we can tweak the sound a little bit. So it sounds pretty good just going in raw. I think we can add a little bit more character, so let's jump into guitar rig. Basically, you want something that has like a jazz or funk feel, so it should be really simple. Nothing, you don't want no crunch or distortion or anything like that. So I'm gonna just go into jazz. And then I'm gonna go jazz chorus to see how that sounds. See. I like that. And they got jazz reverb. Let's see what that sounds like. think I like the jazz chorus a lot better than if I want reverb, I'll add my own reverb. So let's add a reverb to that. I'm gonna add a Valhalla reverb, small hall, bring the mix down, way down. 80s. Now to give our track a little bit more space, I want a little bit of reverb on that snare. So for the snare, I'm gonna go ahead and send it through its own track and then put Valhalla reverb on it. Plates. And they have a snare plate. I like that. A little too long. Let's bring it back. Guys, I wanted to take a quick second to say thank you for watching the video so far. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button if this is your first time here on the channel. My name is Jay Diggs. I'm a music producer. I've made music for artists such as Keke Palmer, October London, and for companies such as Bounty and Taco Bell. On this channel, we talk about music production, synthesizers, the music industry. Overall, we just have a lot of fun as we explore this world of sound. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. All right, back to the show. Now, it wouldn't be a Weeknd type song if we didn't take it to a whole nother world with the bridge. I'm gonna give it something really synthy, almost kind of unexpected, but we're gonna take it to like more of a darker place. So let's do that now. So for this bridge, I wanna keep the hi-hats going throughout the bridge. So let me go ahead and copy those over. And let's see, so it's gonna kind of go in. Right? Then I want a really nasty synthy bass. So let me find something in the Jason Miles pack here. I think I found it. Let's get it. What I want to do now is I want to bring that beat back in halfway through. I want that. And I want that little feel right there too. So let me grab that. Right. Let me get a little bass slide in there real quick. Here we go. Right. Now we need a little impact sound right there. So I'm just gonna go to Splice and just find me an impact. Let's see. Now I want to arpeggio a little synth, like something like that going over that bass. So I found this little patch here. And I'm gonna bring the tempo to match our tempo. We're at 92. I like that, and then so when I'm doing that, I'm gonna increase the decay time on the synthesizer. So let's do this. This will be dope. Here we go. And then I'm gonna cut it off at the bum bum. All right, so now let's add that brass to that chorus. So once it goes into the second half of it, I'm gonna come in with the brass. Yeah. So you always want to give it that sense that it's building. Everything in the song, I would say every 4 bars or so, add a little bit something different just to keep the song moving along, just so the listener doesn't get bored. And it just keeps things interesting and keeps things evolving. And we can add that pad too. Let's see what the pad sounds like under that. Let's do a nice little string sound over that chorus just to make it sound a little fuller. Oh, okay, so let's put the string in the bridge as well. So in that second half, it'll just give it a little bit more build going back. So check this out. Pow! All right, so now that we have our track, let's lay down some lyrics and let's see what this would sound like if we were writing this for the weekend.
Cause oh, it's criminal how long it's been since you've been touched by somebody. Touched by somebody. I know it's criminal how I keep chasing you, but I need somebody. I need somebody.
Yeah! Before we do our final listen, I'm just gonna show you guys what's going on really quick. So I did some color coding on the track, and on my lead vocals, I did some tuning with auto-tune, and I used this EQ right here, the FabFilter Pro Q. Really simple EQ. For my microphone, I used the Telefunken Copperhead mic, and that microphone works pretty well for my voice, and this is all I have to do as far as my cuts with my particular voice. And then I used the virtual mix rack right here. I used their preset, the male pop preset, and I just tweaked it a little bit because I'm already taking out I'm already filtering with the Fab filter, so their filter, I took that out and I kept everything else the same. And then I really love this plugin. It's called Gem Dopamine. I was watching a live stream with Disclosure, and they talked about this plugin, so I went and tried it and I love it. I just brought the wet down a little bit. It adds a nice sheen on your vocals, and it has a compressor on it too, so I love that. Then I put another de-esser in at the on the end. And for the background vocals, pretty simple as well. I use the virtual mix rack, the pop vocals preset, and usually they have the high end up on this, and I brought that down because I don't want my backgrounds to be too bright. And then I put this de-esser on there as well and add a little bit of presence on there so it controls the S's and gives me a little presence at the same time. For the master track, I went ahead and did the SSL bus compressor, iconic compressor, and then I used the tape machine plugin. It's weird because I have a tape machine right here, but this is obviously faster. If you listen to Don FM, the overall sound of the record is pretty dark and warm. So I would imagine they use some kind of tape machine or tape plugin or some kind of plugin to really give it that vintage sound. So that's what I'm going for here. And then we have a de-esser on the master track. It just adds some air and controls my voice and some of the hi-hats and things like that. Then we have a clipper. The clipper is good because it kind of compacts everything. It controls the clipping, so I can get more loudness out of the record, and it also just gives it some nice harmonic distortion and things like that with the saturator, and I love this plugin right here. And then after that, I have my limiter, so I use the Pro L2 for that. So, all that being said, let's listen to the final result.
30 seconds, I can steal your heart, babe. I'm a love-making mastermind, yeah. Without weapons, I can kill your heartache. If you wanna be liberated, baby, tell yourself in the night. Cause oh, it's criminal how long it's been since you've been touched by somebody. Touched by somebody. I know it's criminal how I keep chasing you, but I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody like you. It's a hold up, put your hands up. Justice will be served, baby, tonight. All you got to do is say come over. I'm in the rover. I'ma let the rubber burn, baby. I'm running the red lights. Cause oh, it's criminal how long it's been since you've been touched by somebody. Touched by somebody. I know it's criminal how I keep chasing you, but I need somebody. I
there you have it. That's how you make an 80s funk song like The Weeknd. I hope you guys learned something today. And if you're not a music producer, hopefully you just had fun watching me jam out and make some beats. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for the Jason Miles OB6 preset pack that has all the sounds that we used today. But before you go, I need you to do two things for me. So head down in the comments. I need to know what you thought about today's track and what's your favorite Weeknd song. I would have to say mine is I Feel It Coming. I really love Sacrifice from Dawn FM, but I Feel It Coming, I still think that's probably my all-time favorite. Let me know what yours is. Let's battle it out in the comments. Also, if you want me to do more of these, let me know in the comments and give me some suggestions, because I think this could be a whole new series. I think it'd be fun to explore the sound of some other artists. So until next time, stay safe, stay funky. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.